Hello and welcome to the podcast. Every moment is sacred, where we interweave meditation and healing into everyday life. I am your host, Rain Elizabeth Stickney. Now, let us begin. Okay. We are back with part 2 with Debbie McAllister of Light Up Your Worth. Wasn't the first part amazing? If you haven't heard it, go back to last Friday's episode. We begin the healing conversation as Debbie describes her body of work, her perspective of healing, her experience. She begins to talk about the heart of creation and the sacred soul alignments. And in that last episode, we end with me being ready to sit in the client's seat and allow her to take me through the healing process that you'll hear today. We backtrack just a little bit in this conversation, just a minute or so, and you will bear witness to and experience yourself the great healing of lighting up your worth with Debbie McAllister. As a reminder, Debbie is a breakthrough catalyst coach and the host of the Light Up Your Worth podcast. She guides spiritually curious women to release their mental and emotional blocks that keep them stuck, so they can discover the unbelievable resources within themselves. You can find Debbie in many places online, not just her podcast. You can also find her on TikTok and Facebook. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube. Just search for Light Up Your Worth on any of those social platforms, and she will pop right up. Debbie is a radiant being, and I know her light will shine through every word. So get ready. The beginning of this episode is safe and fun and wonderful to listen to anytime. And at a certain point in our conversation, you will hear Debbie give a disclaimer. And in that moment, just be sure you're in a safe place, that you're not operating heavy machinery, that you're not driving a car, because her healing is deep and thorough and true, and you're going to want every cell to be available for what she is offering today. I would also like to say personally to you, thank you so much for all of the amazing reviews you have left, for all of you who have rated this show, for those of you who have reached out to me personally just to let me know what you're enjoying and what's resonating. Every message I receive, every star, every word of review I take to heart. And something that tickles me so deeply in just the right way is that it comes through that I often sit by my fire recording these shows, recording the intro or the outro or the greeting or reviewing the material or getting ready for edits. And so for those of you who can see this video, you can see my fireplace behind me. And there is not an obvious fire in it in this moment because I've been burning the fire all day. It's quite cold outside, in the teens or low 20s, I think. And the fire keeps me warm and cozy, and it also is so healing and gives a lovely ambiance. But it's the end of my workday. For those of you who can see the fireplace, it looks dark and black, but really there are still some burning embers in there. So yes, it's true. Those of you who feel the sense of sitting by a fire and talking with a good friend, you're right. That's me. I will sit by the fire, indoors or out, with you or anybody, anytime, and share heart to heart and soul to soul. In this episode, as well as in the last episode, there is a beautiful theme of seeds. Yes, those little tiny things that you put into the earth that sprout up and bring forth life in the most magnificent way. So if you would like some seeds from my garden as a freebie, as a thank you for being here, as a thank you for listening, just send me your snail mail address. I know who sends mail these days. Not very many people, but I will send you seeds if you write to me healing, HEALING, healing at rainelizabeth.org. That's all you have to do. Just give me your address. You can add in some kind words if you want to, but if I have your address, I will send you seeds. Healing at rainelizabeth.org. And true to my word, highlighting somebody else who I think is amazing in this world, my sound editor, Ferrara, makes this show possible. I could not do this without Ferrara. I have learned about editing. I have learned about what it takes. I could continue to experiment on my own, but how wonderful it is to have support and good support at that. So look at the show notes for Ferrara's email and reach out to her for any sound editing need, a podcast, your own guided meditation, or some offering that you want to give to the world, and Ferrara will be happy to help you. I couldn't recommend her more. She's just a wise, experienced soul in so many ways, including in the world of sound. So, would you like to hear me as the client go through a healing process with the lovely Debbie McAllister? Are you ready? Here we go.
And so the sacred soul alignments can go in and gently start removing those layers. And then it can also infuse in new energies into those areas so that you can create new different neural pathways into co-creating or manifesting how you want to show up in this world and what you want to call in, and that really start showing that light and clearing that channel so that you can then vibrate at a higher level of consciousness and awareness in your life.
Beautiful. How exciting.
Yeah. And, and was Alicia Hartswell, again, who has created the Sacred Soul Alignments. And I've been with her on the journey since the download started to come in many years ago now, 10 years ago now. So I've worked with multiple modalities, and this one just really speaks to my soul.
Wonderful. So I'm game. I'm in. I'm surrendering to you, Debbie. Do with me as you will.
Okay. So we want to jump into, so I want to do a disclaimer before we start, is that if somebody's driving and listening to the podcast or operating machinery, that you pause this and come back to it when you are not, because you could just kind of drift off, right? It's not safe to be driving. So please pause. And I also like to say that anytime people are connecting in, is that by listening to this and choosing to receive the healing, you are giving me permission to connect to your higher self in order to send you the healing. And when we're done, I will disconnect my own energy into yours, and to know that this can be received throughout time and space continuum. So you can listen to this recording in 5 years, and the energy in it will remain in this container for us. So you can always come back and listen to it, because I'm going to send a lot of energy in, and we'll go through the heart of creation, and then I will go into the sacred soul alignments and some sacred life belief work as well, very briefly. And know that coming through, your body will absorb what it can today, and you can come back and listen as many, many times until you hear that, oh, that's good for me. So I rotate my own energy healings, at night as I fall asleep. You might fall asleep. The listeners might fall asleep. If you do, what that means is that is simply your conscious brain scooting over to allow it even deeper healing into your unconscious, your subconscious. And so if that happens, know that a good guidance is when you get to the point where you're not falling asleep, you can then listen to it like when you're washing dishes or doing around the house. I start looping them together, and then I just have this energy in my home to help. So they're really beautiful, because I can use the alignments too with not only sending it through for healing, I can infuse them in jewelry. I can infuse them in my clothes. I can infuse them with times like I go to start my car and I have some that are automatically programmed to run. They're just really, really beautiful. So when I go to plant the garden, I will be infusing them with some certain sacred soul alignments. There's about 450 alignments today. So I have a whole range to pull in, and I'm going to be pulling in ones that are more on an emotional basis and some of them that are part of the nature series as well. Yeah. So I'll bring us into the heart of creation and then I'll run them. And as I'm running them and calling them in, I'm going to tell your conscious brain what that alignment is doing. So you can always listen to it again too for that. So you know later what it actually was doing. And these will all integrate easily. There's no they will just integrate and your body will absorb what it can at this moment in time. So that's just a little bit of what to expect after this too, and to drink water. And if you have magnesium, if you're not already taking it, to start, adding that in. Magnesium is wonderful for our body to be able to integrate any healing, whether it's this energy modality or meditation, or I take the calm powder. You can take an Epsom salt bath, right? It's all full of magnesium. And so there's some tips too to be able to integrate that in what to expect as we go through this. So
Yeah, that integration is so important. And I hear you speaking of changes that are graceful, easeful, and maintainable after our session is through.
yes. So I'm ready if you're ready.
I am. Thank you.
Okay. So take a moment to get comfortable, sitting with your spine straight and your feet flat on the ground or laying flat, settling into your body, bringing all of your energy into the present moment and relax. Closing your eyes, allowing yourself to land right here, right now, allowing your body to relax even more. Now place your focus and awareness onto your heart and just breathe. Allow your breath to slow and deepen, breathing as if you're breathing directly from your heart, allowing your inhale and exhale to slow till about a count of 5. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. Compassion is one of the highest frequencies that we can access as human beings and one of the building blocks of creation. I invite you to see, sense, feel, or imagine the energy of compassion as a beautiful pink light surrounding you. And now, as you breathe through your heart, using your intention to breathe that pink light of compassion into your heart, allowing this energy of compassion to fill and expand your heart. With your next breath, allowing this energy of compassion to expand into every cell of your body, feeling the cells of your body vibrating with the frequencies of compassion, with your focus and awareness on your heart, feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia, the ascended aspects of the earth plane, and the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of creation, pure source energy. Noticing the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia and the glorious intercendent light in the heart of creation. And now, with your next breath, simultaneously begin to breathe this golden light from Gaia and the irresistant light from the heart of creation into your heart. As you breathe these energies into your heart, allowing the golden light from Gaia and the irresistant light from the heart of creation to merge with the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful, irresistant rose gold light. Allowing this irresistant rose gold light to expand your heart even more. With your next inhale, allowing this light to fill all of the cells of your body, allowing this beautiful, irresistant rose gold light to expand beyond your physical body, going 12 feet out in all directions, filling your entire field, your entire energy field, creating a beautiful, irresistant rose gold ball of light that you are in the center of. Taking a moment to notice how loved, nurtured, safe, and protected you are in this space. As you continue breathing through your heart, imagining the beautiful, irresistant light flowing down from the heart of creation, connecting you with the energy of all that is, with potential, with possibility, with pure source energy, allowing this energy to move through your entire chakra column, traveling all the way down into the heart of Gaia, and imagining the beautiful golden light from the heart of Gaia flowing up, connecting you with the infinite wisdom, wealth, knowledge, and abundance that Gaia holds, coming all the way up through your entire chakra column, traveling all the way up into the heart of creation. As these energies flow in, through, and around you, witnessing this beautiful ball of light that you are in expanding with every breath you take. And now I invite you to feel into your heart-to-heart connection between your human aspect and your divine aspect, the highest aspect of your soul that's guiding you through your human experience. And now allowing your human aspect to merge with your divine aspect. And as you merge with your divine aspect, feeling yourself expanding into all of this light surrounding you, around you, feeling yourself expanding infinitely, expanding all the way into the heart of creation, expanding all the way into the quantum field where all potential and possibilities exist. Just staying in your heart, breathing through your heart, connecting to the energy of all that is. Just breathe and allow yourself to expand into the energy of all potential and possibility, anchoring all that is into every level and layer of your healing and being across all time dimensions and realities. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul symbol open. And in divine love and light, activate the vortex of creation for all who will receive it throughout time. In divine love and light, running a sacred life, belief healing, creator change it. In divine love and light, running a sacred light, oath, vow, and contract healing, creator change it. In divine love and light, running a sacred light, purification, creator change it. In divine love and light, running a sacred light, relationship healing, creator change it. In divine love and light, run a sacred light, intention download, creator change it. In divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, cleanse and protect. This alignment will effectively clear your own and anyone else's energy. It is the most powerful way to clear entities and attachments, negative energies, hooks and cords from the energy body. This alignment also moves interdimensional portals away from an individual's home, land, or personal energy space while resolving oaths, vows, and contracts that allow negative energies, beliefs, and emotions to flow through. This alignment automatically places a shield around each individual who receives it, their home, going a mile deep underground, members of their households, including pets, their workplaces, and vehicles. The shield includes an energetic vacuum at the top, so any negative energies that come close can be sent into God's light. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, releasing oaths, vows, contracts, agreements, and obligation. This alignment will gently and powerfully release oaths, vows, contracts, or obligations that are blocking the full expression of your divinity that you may have taken across all time, dimensions, and realities, or that you inherited in your DNA. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, spiritual detox. This alignment will clear and cleanse your energy field from negative spiritual debris, the emotions, energies, and beliefs that sometimes are left behind after a healing, from being in a crowded space or connecting with people who do not have our best interests at heart. This alignment will bring you back to a state of purity and clean, clear energy, which will manifest on an emotional level as feeling calm, connected, and centered. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, collapsing timelines. This alignment will collapse timelines that are not serving your highest and best good, bringing in the lessons and gifts from those timelines, washing clean the trauma, pain, and other negatives in God's light. It will also align you with your highest and best possible timeline through your own source connection. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, confusion and overwhelm. This alignment will lift, clear, and delete that energy noise that has attached to us, clearing the confusion and overwhelm that we feel. This will also clear confusion around choices and decisions and overwhelm created by demands on our time, energy, and attention. It aligns us to the beautiful, calming vibration of stillness, quiet, peace, confidence, and clarity. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, crystalline energy. This alignment will upgrade your cells and DNA to a more crystalline form. Every time you listen to or receive this alignment, it energetically activates more and more of your cells and DNA into a crystalline form. This will allow you to experience ascension into higher vibrational states and dimensions without struggle and with grace and ease. It also increases your ability to hold and anchor higher states of being. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, multi-dimensional self. This alignment will bring in a stronger connection with higher vibrational parts of you that exist in other dimensions. This connection will come in for you only if this is for your highest and best good, and for the highest and best good of all at this time. Over time, you will steadily strengthen, amplify, and accelerate your vibrational state, gifts, skills, and abilities of your current self in this dimension. This alignment will also strengthen your ability to live through the lens of your own source connection. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment soul blueprint. This alignment will download the blueprint from your divine aspect through your own source connection, more fully aligning you with the soul path in this lifetime. You may experience a lot of energy flowing, moving, and shifting through this process. This alignment will help the right people, opportunities, experiences, and knowledge to come into your awareness so that you can do what you were born to do with ease. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, blessing of the rain. This alignment will bring in the vibration of life-giving rain that falls after a drought. It embodies the energy of abundance, the feast after a famine. You can also use this alignment to send the energy of rain to anywhere that needs it on this planet. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment planetary bodies. This alignment will bring in a deeper acceptance of who you were born to be and what you came here to express based upon the time and location your soul choose to enter this earth plane. It also resolves trauma and beliefs that may contribute to upheaval in your life related to the planetary transits, allowing you to move through these times with more ease. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment stardust. This alignment will strengthen your connection to all that is. It will call back all of the parts of you. The stardust has been scattered throughout the time and space so you can feel strong, whole, and authentic as you move through the world. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, bending time. This alignment will bring in true understanding of time and the knowledge and ability to bend time in a way that is for your highest and best good. It also clears fears related to time, including running out of time or not having enough time to do what you want to do and be who you want to be. And in divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, never enough. This alignment will dissolve false beliefs around being not enough in any shape or form, including not enough time, not smart enough, pretty enough, educated enough, wealthy enough, not lovable enough. Whatever never enough means to you, this alignment also clears the shock and trauma from living in the energy of never enough throughout all timelines, time, as well as beliefs and traumas taken on from ancestral heritage and the collective. So we're going to anchor in all of this energy, all of the sacred soul alignments into your heart and your higher heart, into the mind and the higher mind, into every cell of the body, into the DNA, into the subtle bodies, into the earth star chakra, into the heart chakra of Gaia, into the soul grid, and into the 12th dimensional grid system. Creator change it, Akash change it, Akash record it. And as you gently begin to come back into your own body, know that all of these sacred energies will continue to run and integrate with ease and grace into your body. And whenever you feel comfortable, you can open your eyes and join us.
Wow, Debbie, that was just amazing. So phenomenal. So many truth bumps, as you called them earlier today.
Yeah. Yeah. I have found that there'll be certain alignments that will really bring a physical reaction to my body. And there are others. And so I think it's really beautiful when you combine them together, as we call them, the cocktails, and how they support each other. Some of them kind of combine, like goes more to like, or, like how the seeds and the plants were kind of, some of them were intertwined and some of them would be off separate, yet they're all the same plants. And so they kind of help infuse each other, and they just continue to run. And that was a lot of energy. And so your body may or may not accept all of them at this time. So that's why we encourage people to listen to them more than once until their body integrates what they need at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you just receive what you need. And you just have to let the rest of it, like water off a duck, right? You just kind of let it roll off. If your body doesn't run it right now, it won't integrate. So it knows, our souls know what it needs. And so, yeah, the truth bumps, as I like to call them. Yeah. How powerful they can be.
Wow, so delightful. And my favorite part was the stardust. I enjoyed the entire journey, but I just wanted to make note that the stardust is something that I really felt all the way from my feet, actually. It was a feet sensation moving upward, and it felt so right and so true and so wonderful to be reunited with the stardust that I am, and I believe we all are. And here we are, stars shining in the world.
Yeah, right. That's a beautiful one that I like to use when I'm traveling. So if I go on a trip, even anywhere. Every time I go, I like to call back all parts and pieces of me. And that's one of the alignments I'll run
Mm.
also, to set that intention for it to all connect in, whether I was there in another lifetime or jumped a timeline and was there, but I want to call in all parts of myself. And I love that. So thank you for sharing that. I feel so honored, that you were able to connect in and you allowed me to, walk you and the listeners through this process. It has been a anchor for me to walk through these immense changes in life and trust that I am in the right path, that I am taking the next best step. I don't have to figure everything out. And through all of the extreme changes that I've experienced over the last, especially, well, my whole life, but in a different form over the last several years, as so many of us have, with the spiritual awakening that's happened with so many, is that it has allowed me to stay anchored into myself and more
Mm.
grounded and calm through it,
Mhm. Mhm.
and not get caught up in the collective energy of the different fears. And if I find myself there, I know how to bring myself back,
Mhm. Mm.
because
How
I'm human
healing.
too. We do get
Yeah.
caught up in it at times, right? Because it's so big, you know. And so I started it out with giving us that protection around some of those collective energies to allow the other energies to come in. And a lot of them were related to time in this really interesting time in history, to be able to
Mm.
help us manage some of them about collapsing timelines, like if you're getting ready and you're coming and you think you're going to be late, I run that, you know,
Mhm.
I set it off before I head out, so if there's traffic or whatever it is, to know that everything is happening in the most perfect time as it should. It helps release that worry or nervousness in the process. So
Lovely and useful.
yeah.
And healing. I was going to say healing earlier. I
Hmm.
appreciate this healing that you're offering me and all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing
Mm.
me to be present and to be able to support others, and let me be of greater service, because that's what I'm here for, and I believe we're all here for, to
Mhm.
shine that light, and step into and provide different tools,
Mhm.
for some that this resonates for, or some that it doesn't. They're like, okay, but
Mhm.
I'm still honored to be here.
I'm honored to have you. Thank you so much for being here. And to close our conversation, even though you were sitting in the seat of healer for today, and I'm inquiring into this myself, and all the listeners, you all can inquire into this as well. What is a healing moment that lights up for you, whether it's through this conversation or any time in our lives? What's a healing moment that brightens up right now?
Right now, the healing is that I'm able to be completely present with you,
Mm. Mhm.
and knowing that as I shine my light, that you've allowed me to express who I am, the multifaceted person that I am with you. And as our light coming together is that healing. I'd recently heard that if you light a candle and you take another candle, it will light another candle, and it doesn't diminish the original candle, right? It's just more light. And so I think in everyday life, we have these opportunities to connect. And that is the healing, is that knowing that I see you and you see me. And that's healing in the most practical connection way. It's the smile that you're giving me, the smile I'm returning from within, of that connection of being seen and heard. And that's healing. And that is right this moment happening and healing parts of me that I may not even be aware that I needed, but I am allowing it to be received. And that's how I'd like to show up every day, looking for and allowing and being aware of that they're happening. I just have to ask for the signs to make sure that I can recognize it. So that's my healing moment right now.
Thank you. I love this healing moment. I love healing with you and hearing about your healing and the healing that's present for me. There are too many to mention, but one that I will mention is that talking about the seeds with you, Debbie, is really miraculous because I do love seeds so much. And being a gardener, I get the luxury of watching how seeds grow and learning how different seeds grow. And not only are seeds a wonderful metaphor, they're just unique and marvelous in their own right. And I had a friend long ago. She is a landscape architect, and she taught me a lot about gardening when I volunteered at my son's preschool. And I took over her duties as the board member and the gardener for the school. And she said, Rain, you learn to look at a plant, even if it's just a sprout, and that sprout looks exactly like the plant it's going to be. And I thought she was crazy. Although I loved the idea of it, I just couldn't see it yet. And so crazy just meaning like, oh, I needed to stretch my mind in order to learn something new. And now I do that with the seed. So I'll hold a little handful of seeds and gaze upon them and wonder, can I see the plant that these seeds are going to be? And then as that seed sprouts, I keep asking myself, can I see the plant that this sprout is becoming? And then as it blossoms or grows the vegetables or the fruit, I keep asking myself all the way to many of my plants seed, and I collect the seeds from my garden for the following year's garden and to give away as gifts. And I look at the seed that I planted from seed and I ask myself, can I see the whole journey that this seed went through, the entire lifespan of the plant? It's a wonderful inquiry and it's a healing because I get to connect with you about seeds, one of my loves, one of my passions.
Yeah. And I have the belief that that was all divine connection because we've never talked about seeds. I've never talked about seeds, rarely with anybody, and how it connects into what we do. So that was here. So thank you. You know, I believe in that, you know, like to just allow this flow of healing and how it shows up. And you just never know how you're going to connect with another divine soul of your people, your peeps, as I like to call them, and how they start surrounding you when you allow them to, when you step into who you really are versus who we think people think we should be. And the more time we spend in who we want to be and who we're called to be, the more you're going to bring in those people who are more aligned with who you are or who you're inspiring to be. We don't want you to expire, but unless it's your time and you're, you know, but you know, that connection is, you know, how you start to grow, like the seeds, how they go through that whole period of time, you know. They don't know the other seeds are there, right? Like, and they don't question themselves. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to be a pretty enough seed or smart enough, or, you know, is there going to be enough water, or, you know, they just got to trust, right? Like, they're beautiful. So it's a great metaphor of healing and being, just simply being.
Yeah, and that's my favorite modality of healing is simply being. So for all of our listeners, if there's a healing moment present for you, or if you'd like to take a moment to consider healing for you, I welcome you to do that. This has been such a magnificent episode with you, Debbie. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for allowing me to join you. And namaste.
Namaste. Thank Thank you so much for listening. It has been a great joy to have your presence here in this podcast. I welcome you to celebrate the joy and wisdom in your life exactly as it is. And I welcome you to feel loved, fully loved, exactly as you are. www.rainelizabeth.org